but we'll try to implement new ways of thinking. However, the difference of tactics between the French format and the team competition will be really tough for the French teams who are used to maybe a less tactical game.
That's probably a
Yeah, yeah.
good analysis, and that's really a good reason to come to Worlds, and what really can make a difference. For example, how I feel about my team. We have quite a strong team, but still not so super much of experience. Many of our players are now becoming really a top players, but the Worlds will give these kind of teams a new kind of, they can see good teams like excelling at different kind of tactics, and you see a good example of each style of gameplay, and I think that's a package you come home with that's gonna help you a lot, and you can game nowhere else in the world.
Yeah, that's absolutely how I feel as well. And any hard competition that takes more than one night, or even a hard competition that takes one night or one day, you learn a lot more than you learn like practicing at your home site with the same players for half a year, even or 1 year.
Yeah.
You get so much input and you see so much new. And something that Dot brought up in the chat I just saw that's really true is that if the stream that there's going to be a streaming from in the arena in
Yeah.
these worlds, and if that's successful as I trust it is, when Dot is running the thing, so
Yeah.
but I mean that will bring a lot of more analytical thinking, and you see a lot more stuff happening, and you can download it and you can replay it, and it's going to be really fun to see how that's going to affect, because the competition is 1 week long, so
Yeah.
you have time to download, you have time to watch over the games from the first day and
Yeah.
think about it, and so that's going to bring a new element, and I think it might maybe bring up an element that the top teams will try to have a little bit different tactics in the beginning than towards the end,
Yeah.
because they want to surprise, they don't want to show everything they got, but then again you have to practice your like
Mhm.
late game tactics also, like, or late tournament tactics, so it's going to be a nice balance, because you don't want to show everything you got,
Yeah.
but you have to practice what you want to do in the finals
Yeah.
a little bit, so I think this is going to be a really exciting and new thing for our scene globally, and I'm really happy that Dot is taking, and the organizers in a whole is taking the time and effort to make this happen, and I hope this is something that could be done at all competitions, or at least all bigger competitions globally, because
Yeah.
it would bring a lot also to upper the level of the gameplay.
That's true. Soon we are gonna change the topic, but since you brought this up, so I know Dot is super committed to the stream. If he does it, he invests 100% of himself, and he's one of the guys having a really big significance in this, and helping out the community. Same as the whole media crew. They are giving their heart, and we started to do all these social media things, and I'm really happy to see that progress, and I think in these worlds we have a whole new level of media that people can follow even at home. Maybe as a final thing about this discussion with Isi and Mathis is that I will post this first to Mathis. So the Belfort Arena is a two-level arena. Are you French players how used to that kind of arenas, and what do you think? Because we are gonna use partly the second floor, how that's gonna affect the scoring and the gameplay.
I'm sorry, can you just repeat what will affect the scoring
The
and the?
two-level arena instead of one level.
I think it's a very interesting thing. The fact that there is a second floor. Actually, I think it's well, for having played over there, it's something very interesting in the fact that there's another part of visual representation that you have to take care of. As players who are used on one level play, you only look forward and behind you, or on your left, on your right. And the fact that you can now look up or look down, I think has to force players to increase their awareness on gameplay.
Yeah, and as talking about the things you can bring home is that in Finland we have like one floor or we have bases on 1.5 floor, but this kind of two-story gameplay is almost missing in Finland. So I expect even the Finnish teams to develop their consciousness a bit or broaden up their experience base with this. How do you see this, Henkka?
Yeah, I see it like that, and maybe Easy can comment on that because I think 2011 there was a second floor that was really dominating the arena. So Easy can talk about that maybe. But yeah, in Finland we don't really have it. We used to have an old site in Tampere that had like one higher level, like completely on the one side of the arena, but we never used it in the competition almost like openly. So, but yeah, Easy. What's your take on this one with 2 floors?
Yeah, we did have in New York Syracuse in 2011 the 2 floors. It was interesting and really like what can I say? Like it depends on also like this like Belfort ones. I think it depends on like how the games go and how the other teams opt to use it. There was some play in the New York on the ramp, but I think not so much at the end. Like yeah, if there was some late games on the bases, yeah, there was people up there sniping, and you had to go and get them out, and then you lose your lives, and you have to walk 300 meters for your reload, and I don't know. Well, it really depends, and it's hard to say like until you're there. And like if there's one jackass going upstairs, like in crucial place, you have no other option than to go and get him out.
Yeah, and I really feel your pain in 2011, even though you were part of the winning team, but you played against legends and they have super powerful duelists like Punisher and Snoopy, and if they are upstairs, like taking them down is easily said than done.
Yeah, it was easy. It was easy. The problem is they started to cover their wake up sounds. So I had issue after that. But yeah.
Okay. So
they started to play dirty against me.
Well, you can continue that discussion between you guys, but thanks really, Isi and Matthias. It was a pleasure to have both of you in here, and wishing you all the best in the Worlds and preparations.
Well, it was a pleasure for me too, and I hope you guys also all the best, and I hope that the streamers and the players will also have fun during those World Championships. Chev.
Okay, thanks.
Nice.
And one thing we are going to talk a bit before our break. So at 1:30 we're gonna have a 10 minutes break just to get me and Henkka not dying here. Is the triples tournament?
Yeah. Just one point before that. Slanish asked in the chat earlier that when is the lottery. So just to briefly say the schedule, we're gonna talk first about triples.
Yeah.
Then have a 10-minute break at 1:30 around, and then after that we're gonna start talking about elimination and having the lottery, and then having the main event and the lottery to that. So after the break, the lotteries are coming quite closely. So Slanish, don't go to bed yet. We want your input on this.
Exactly. And but the triples tournament, so that's kind of what would I say, balanced game between purely individual skills, purely like having a whole line of your team, such as in Elim and sometimes in comp. So you have to survive with a minimal roster, but still being able to take bases, sometimes to make the base taking of other teams hard, and to score pack points. So how do you feel about this?
I think it is an interesting gameplay, as you said, and it's something we actually don't play that much anymore here.
No.
We used to, when I came up, there was usually, we had a doubles or triples event a lot in nationals, and now it hasn't been like that. in US nationals last year we had triples and I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And especially with the bases and okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like triples and I think it is a really good base to also newer teams to come up, because a lot of problems with the newer teams is that they don't have the full team play.
Yeah.
They don't know how to play 5-man together, or even they don't have 5 good players yet, because they're a new team, upcoming team, and maybe they have three good players. So this is a really good event for them as well to like step up a little bit like the solo, but you have the team, so you're stepping up the team and you're getting a better team effort in there, and team spirit gets higher and you get the confidence. If you do well in triples, let's say you're a newer team and you make it to the finals or you take a podium place, that will boost your like confidence into the main event. So I like it, and I like it also in the way that you in triples you also find out how the bases work, how you can like attack against the place with three players, and also a little bit like how people defend. If you're trying to take the team the base for your triple and your triple attacks, we have to like be able to defend it at the same time as we tag it for our team.
Exactly.
So I think it is good for the learning about the arena as well.
Yeah. And what you said about boosting the confidence of new players, so I think even making it to the finals is already boosting the confidence of many players. And triples, well, I also see that it's a good way to practice away some of the things from the main comp. We bring some kind of automation, how we attack with the trio, and these kind of things. So that will do that part, maybe turning the focus a bit more for the team play, for the tactics. So I really like it to have as a warm-up event at Worlds as well.
Yeah, and especially this year, I think that the level of the triples is going to be really high.
Yeah,
it's going to be a super tight competition to get it even to the finals, as you said. So anyone making the finals is going to be like, you can be proud of that. It's going to be tough to get to the finals. Because, well, we're going to talk about it later, but we have seven legit teams in the main event.
Yeah.
And as I understand, everyone is going to play the triples. So you divide that. We have 14 teams, good teams coming. Some really good teams, like I think Gothenburg from Sweden is going to be really up, like high up in the triples. Hopefully both GP teams are going to be high up, your team. So it's going to be a really tight, and of course like Cobras, US, everyone, like there's so many, the level is going to be crazy in the triples, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully playing the finals, because the higher the level is, the more fun the game is also.
And the more it's gonna teach to you.
Yeah, exactly.
When as others miss the kind of lesson learned.
Yeah.
But maybe it's even the semi-finals that like have almost completely good teams only, and some of the ultra good teams can be missing the finals, as you said. But what I also like with the triples, and if we would have doubles and with the French format, is that sometimes you can mix up teams, such as me and you guys, and mix up different countries and get a new experience, new way of thinking, making new friends. I enjoyed a lot. I actually played with New Zealand at Worlds 2014, the side events, and actually with Western Australian team, the triples, with 2 really good players. So we made a whole like different kind of bond with these guys I played with compared to the guys I already have a chat with. So
yeah,
that's nice. But we are actually approaching the stream break. So after the stream, just a couple of things that we are gonna go through. So we are gonna talk a bit about the elimination, what kind of format it is, what it can teach to you, what things it tests from your team. Then we move on to LOR, which is one of the individual events, and make a bit of prediction or point some of the players we think are gonna top that event. And